Starting off with the Bannerlord faction, man. Best epic champion for the Lords of the Banner. It's gotta be Stag Knight. What are we doing here, man? Most obvious pick, easiest pick ever, dude. A1 double hit at decreased speed makes him insanely good everywhere that decreased speed is powerful. Chimera, Griffin, God, Ice Golem, Fire Knight, and everywhere where decreased speed isn't that useful, he's a beast anyway because he brings a 3-turn cooldown, attack all enemies, 100% land, decreased defense, decreased attack, strong versions. Did I mention this on a 3-turn? Yeah. What a guy. Of course it's Stag Knight for the Bannerlords. What is up, guys? This is God, by the way, and this is just the best epic champion for every single faction. Well, for the High Elves, you know what, man? I've recently been convinced. I'd normally say Royal Guard. Ooh, I normally say Royal Guard, man. I want to say Skuramis, absolute stormtrooper looking son of a gun here, man. He's got some, what are those golden boys called in Warhammer 40k? Not Astartes. Oh my god, how am I blanking on this dude? Why is the word Sentinel coming to mind? I'm gonna have to look it up. Custodies! God damn it, what the hell's wrong with me? Yeah, it's Ethelyn. My pick is going to be for Ethelyn, at least. Of course, these are all just my opinions, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Disclaimer, don't get angry. Ethelyn is crazy good, dude. He's crazy good. Increase crit damage buff on himself, gets himself that extra turn, smacks with his A2, which it is on a 4-turn cooldown, but honestly, it's so bloody powerful, hits like a truck, and places block active skills for 2 turns as well. Amazingly good into wave content, amazingly good into things like arena and tag arena and stuff as well. But honestly, the block active skills, you start to value this more and more and more. I think like the harder and harder wave content that you come up against, great longevity in PvP, solid into wave content as well, hits like a beast. Ethelyn the Golden, dude. Very, very good champ. To be honest, I touched on Skuramis, I touched on Royal Guard, I could have touched on Vegas here, I could have touched on Neldo. We've got some good ones in the High Elves, man. It's a little bit of a tougher pick. Hey, man, before we go into the Sacred Order, if you're going to start off a new raid account with, would you know it, a High Elf himself, known as Basilius Tyrannus, free legendary champion on that new raid account, then create that new raid account right now, man, by clicking on the beginner link down below this video at the top of the description box, man. Click on that link, use it to create your new raid account for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now. Free start legendary, free epic champions as well, 3 in total as you level up your account, just arriving in your inbox every 10 levels you get until level 30 with Mausoleum Mage, man. Best beginner promo link on, and all of that good stuff. Next up, Sacred Order. I've not rehearsed this video, made notes for this video or anything like that, by the way. I'm just very much picking these off the cuff, and it's very, very easy to pick Deacon Armstrong off the cuff because the guy's an absolute monster. 90% speed aura, all battles, insane wave control. Like, godly wave control. You don't realize how good this A3 is until you've got a Deacon fully booked and he's fast on your account, you know, and he's getting that extra turn and all that 10-meter boost action. Decreased defense is just a bonus, as is the Leech, just a bonus on his A1 as well. Just one of those epic champions that is sort of fantastic everywhere in the game. So honorable mentions, of course, could include Godseeker and Neri, Inquisitor Shamail, fantastic champions here as well. But if you talk like, oh, Fenax, of course, is amazing also. But just like pound for pound, what a champion is going to do for your account, especially if you pull him early on your account, it's just like a solid champion everywhere in the game. It's hard to argue against the Deke. Next up, man, Barbarians. It is not Haikatoon, don't worry. I do love this champion. I feel like she's way underrated. Very, very good. But she's not going to be my pick. I think in the past I've touched on Hoskarul, but you know what? I think we're going to give the crown to the bald man. Well, I mean, you know, he should just give it up, really, at the end of the day, shouldn't he? Like, what's this ball and ball action he's got going on, man? Farrakhan the Fat, incredible champion. Not just amazing into the likes of Fire Knight and into Demon Lord Clan Boss, man, with the ally attack, the increased crit rate, increased crit damage buffs, which are relevant to his kit. Very increasingly important, depending on what content you want to use this guy in, which is the real reason I'm picking him as the best champ in this faction. Not just great into those areas of the game because of HP burn, poison, and ally attack. He's incredible into Chimera Clan Boss as well. Very good indeed, right? All of these unique buffs help you complete trials. The increased crit damage buff, and increased crit rate specifically helping you complete trials. HP burn and poisons also help you complete trials. And would you know it, his decreased defense debuff on the AO1, very important for completing trials as well. Just a fantastic champion for just racking up all of those extra rewards inside of Chimera Clan Boss. And so even all of the other areas of the game sort of discounted for just what he can do for you inside a Chimera Clan Boss. I think he's worth a mention. Next up, man, that takes us to the Ogren tribes, where, ooh, what am I oohing for? It's Ugo, because of course it is. who else is it going to be? You know, one of the best Hydra champions in the game, let alone the fact that she's epic. Still fantastically good. Healing, heal reduction, removal, as well as, you know, just random removal debuff on this A3. Decreased defense, block buffs. There's nothing much more to say about Ugo. Fantastic champion. There's a few champions here you can mention as honorables. Skull Crusher, Siege Hulk is very, very good and somewhat slept on. You've of course got Maneater in this as well. Depending on what Maneater does for you on your account in terms of unkillable teams, he could easily be your pick as well. Seize has impressed me a lot on the free-to-play. Skrank is a god. I'm trying to avoid the Void epics a little bit where I can and keep it to more accessible champs, just so you guys are aware. But I will pick Void epics as my pick if they're just like a standout winner. But with them just being a bit harder to get, you know, I'm trying to ease off a little bit. That said, the Lizardmen faction, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the Lizardmen, part of me wants to pick Slixus. I know that he's a Void Epic, and I just said I'm going to try and stay away from Void Epics. I think this guy might be massively slept on. It's just a super powerful Lizardman nuker. I have my Slixus built out very, very recently, level 60. I'm yet to do crazy intensive testing with the guy, but when I was farming up his masteries in Minotaur, this guy was hitting like a bloody truck. This guy was hitting really, really hard. Yeah, and in fact, you know what, man? I was going to go ahead and give Aox some love and maybe mention Venomage as well. Great champions. My pick's going to be Slixus, man. I think this guy is very, very good. Very, very good. And I'm a big, big believer in building at least one, like, rare or epic nuker in every single faction anyway. Just for things like secret rooms and Curse City rooms and stuff like that, where you're very, very faction limited in what you can use. I think that it pays to have a good width of nukers across your account eventually. I think it doesn't get much better than Slixus for the Lizardmen, to be honest. So I'm just going to make him my pick, even though he's Void, and, you know, that might just annoy some people. But there you go. Next up, man, we've got the Skinnies, dude. Oh my god, am I gonna pick another Void here? I've got to pick another Void. We've always got to give Fane her flowers. Very, very good at a Demon Lord Clan Boss. One of the better epics in the game. Maybe even the best epic in the game, actually. Specifically a Demon Lord Clan Boss. And with how disproportionately important Demon Lord is compared to farming, like, all the regular dungeons and stuff like that, she could easily be the pick for this faction. For me, dude, I'm going to go with Gorm. This guy has very quickly skyrocketed to being one of my favorite epic champions inside of the game because of the use I'm getting from this guy on my free-to-play account. He turns waves into a bit of a joke. 3-turn cooldown, 75% land rate stun, and 10 meter decrease on a 3-turn on his A3. Very, very nice. Also brings healing and increased speed buffs on a 3-turn as well, which is just bloody excellent. Leech on his A1, ally attack in all battles. Yeah. Any content where waves are an issue, this guy's going to show up. I'm going to be using this guy for forever on my free-to-play account. In fact, if I pulled this guy on my main account today, I'd go ahead and 60 him. Again, just to make wave content easier where I'm faction limited and limited to just epics and stuff like that. As for honorables, we've got Narox up here, and I'm just now realizing that if I'm going to allow myself to pick Void epics, I could have picked Yuzan. I could have picked a Kemptum. This guy's a monster as well, you know. Oh well, whatever, dude. The die is cast, okay? It's not that serious, right? There's some people in the comments right now. Oh my god, dude, imagine not picking a Kempton for the Skinwalkers, blah, 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 you know. Yeah, okay, but what's done is done, okay? I could just, like, scrap that part of the recording and go back and re-record it, but I'm not going to do it, man. I like Gorm. Next up for the Orcs, got some great revivers here, man, with Tagore and Ultimate Yorg that we could easily look at. Sagala holds a very, very special place in my heart. Great champion. I still use this gal into hard dragon. Here she is into hard mode dragon, just attacking in for like a casual 500,000 with a single target hit at A2. She's also amazing against the waves of enemies as well, just on the lead up to the boss. Just a very bloody good champ. It's already become like a running theme in the comments, man, that people just expect now that whenever I get a chance to show off Zagala, dude, I'm gonna show off Zagala. She is what Seal of the Drakes is to Ash, you know what I mean? She's my Seal of the Drakes, right? Gotta love Zagala, man. Yeah, the pick's gonna be Sia, just because she's simply the best wave nuker in the game. That's it. Bit of an obvious pick, to be honest. She just hits for like, I don't know, like, I've seen Sia hit for like 800 Ks across an entire wave. She was using like some of the best event dungeon teams recently for just smashing down all of the ads, all of like the boss's minions, in that boss fight. She's kind of ridiculous and feels a little bit broken, to be honest, but, you know, don't tell Prior that, man. They might do something silly. Okay, moving on to the Demon Spawn faction. There's going to be some love out there for Magna in this one. Certainly a great nuker option, and you know what? Yeah, again, I have said in this vid, I can't be a hypocrite. I did say it's worth building at least one epic or rare nuker for every single faction, just so that you're ready for faction limited content with that faction. Could well be him. Akoth is a great HP burner. Achak is an incredible normal mode spider specialist, at least, but you know, a little bit niche. You know what? It's going to be a lure for me. It's going to be a lure, man. Purely because she's just one of the best 10-meter controllers in the game, very simply put, and hard mode Dark Fae exists. And it's such high priority content that it's like, it's as important as Demon Lord Clan Boss. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like, when hard mode Dark Fae is up, you are farming hard mode Dark Fae. That's it. And there's like no better 10-meter controller to have on your team than an Allure. Just have an Allure on the team plus like one other 10-meter controller, decreased speed champion on the team. You're going to take care of the boss's 10 meter as long as your Allure is nice and fast. Not only that, but of course, decent into wave content as well. Fantastic into Fire Knight. She's basically a cheat code into normal mode Fire Knight. Yeah, just max Allure. You're basically never going to regret having a maxed out Allure, right? So she's going to be my pick there. Onto the Undead Hordes faction where... Ooh. What are we talking about here, man? These are like old progression epics. None of them stand out as champions that you would use... in like an ideal situation, you know what I mean? Like there's other epics in the game that can replace them in other certain boss fights. Are there any like Hydra MVPs here? Not really. It's a bit of a tough pool. Ostrox is of course as a void epic, pretty good, but as like a block buffs epic, but it's not an Ugo. You know, his utility is a bit more limited than the Ugo. I think for me, like the Husk as well, you can get a lot of mileage out of Husk into Hydra. Also, I suppose. I think for overall mileage that you can get out of a champion that's going to help you the most in wave content, dungeon content, all of that good stuff. I think I'm going to go with the Volgoth. I think I'm going to go with the Volgoth, man. Volgoth is going to get the crown. The absolutely just hideous skinned creature that he is. How does his head even fit into that helmet, dude? With all of that bulbous action going on. Ooh. I don't know, man. Yeah, Volgoth, man, with triple hit to A1 makes him pretty solid with Giant Slayer into Demon Lord Clan Boss, because he can also act as a healer plus damage dealer then into Demon Lord Clan Boss in the super early game. Of course, not the best option for that job, but you know, he can do the job. He's great into the likes of Ice Golem, into the likes of Fire Knight because of this triple hit at A1 as well. Brings an AoE provoke and decreased attack against waves of enemies also. The decreased attack can't land against bosses, sadly, unless the boss can be provoked. But yeah, the amount of healing that he brings just surprises me all the time, you know? And so for that reason alone, for his versatility alone as a champion, I think I'm happy enough to give Volgoth the crown there. Onto the Dark Elves faction, where our options are a little bit more limited. Honestly, what jumps out at me here is probably the Dark Kill. Am I crazy as hell? I love Sylar and her crazy wave control. Madame Ceres is obviously very, very powerful as well. Could easily be a pick. Yeah, it's going to be the Dark Hail though. I know that he's a Doom Tower epic, so he takes some like a little bit of time to get on your account. Of course, you just got to save up the fragments for the guy, but when you do get him, he's kind of unbelievable. Triple hit A1 with poison activation and HP burn activation, just built in. It's insane. His A2 is an AoE decrease attack on a 3-turn. Each crit has a chance of increasing the duration of debuffs on the target by 110. Very, very good. And then, of course, he brings the 3-turn cooldown triple poisoner A3 that also brings poison sense debuff. Like, dude, and not only that, but his passive decreases the crit of enemies under 2 or more poisons by 15%, which, like, into Dragon, it's not inconsequential at all. Like, Dragon can hit pretty hard. Dark Hills doesn't give a damn. Just stops any of those freak incidents happening where like the boss can just crit the crap out of you. Good into Demon Lord Clan Boss as well for all of the above reasons. Poisons, decrease attack, this passive. Yeah. He's kind of got like a low-key legendary kit, man. Got a better kit than some legendaries, actually. I gotta give it to the Dark Hill for the Dark Elves, man. For the Knights Revenant faction. Oh, again, some amazing epics here. I'm trying to think of this in the context of what epics can you level 60 even like 2 or 3 years into the game if you haven't got around to it yet. What epics could you level 60 and hypothetically get some use out of? If there's a champion that meets that sort of criteria, then they're probably going to be my pick. I think for that reason, has it just got to be the Rector Drath? has it got to be either that or the Whisper. I mean, honestly, Knights Revenant have some fantastic epics. It could easily be the Whisper. I haven't actually built Whisper yet on my account, and I pulled her very late. She's been sitting in the vault for a little while, kind of getting knocked down the priority chain a little bit. Golden Reaper is even a very underrated and slept on epic champion for the Knights Rev. Very solid man. AoE decrease attack, increased speed buffs, all of that. Everything that you want from just a good, well-rounded support champ. When it comes to Rector, though, I don't know, dude. Rector's insane, right? Decrease attack on the A1, brings the revive, all kinds of healing, perfect veil buffs for 2 turns, healing on allies who are under perfect veil buffs as well. Just a stupendous amount of healing and a very good champion to build, not just into wave content as like an insurance policy, but fantastic for Hydra progression as well. Very good. Yeah, I think I'm fine with Rector to be my pick for Knights Revenant. A little bit of indecision in that one, not gonna lie, man. As for the Dwarfs, it's Geomancer moving on. You know what? No, I don't hate to just brush over Geomancer, because I get sick of talking about him. Morag is great as well. Runekeeper Dazdek is another great champion. There's some solid epics here in the Dwarfs, but come on, man. It's Geomancer, you know? It's kind of like Ugo with the Ogres. What are you gonna do? Like who else are you gonna actually give the crown to other than the epic, or one of the epics that's in like the top 3 epics in the game kind of discussion, you know? The Shadowkin faction. Genbo's great. Oboro's great when paired up with Lady Mikage. A little bit more niche, I guess, than the Genbo for that reason. Genbo, of course, a fantastic arena nuker. He's void, you know. You're gonna build a Genbo if you get one. It's gotta be Taragi. I mean, I just feel like when it comes to areas of the game where Taragi's good, like, you can just kind of check the box that says everywhere and just leave it at that with Taragi. Wave control on the A2, AoE provoke, very good. Chance to land the provoke increases for every debuff on the enemy as well. Very nice. Brings a 3-turn cooldown ally protect and shield buffs as well on the A3. Also just very nice resistance aura, which you might even want to make use of in the likes of Ice Golem as well. This guy's amazing for keeping your team alive, by the way. In Ice Golem and in Demon Lord Clan Boss. Can kind of do the job alone. Not really, but kind of. Also places poisons on the passive as well, which is just great. You can use this champion to build this champion to solo the likes of Scarab King as well in the Doom Tower or in Cursed City, where again, if you're faction limited and you can only use, like, I don't know, Shadowkin, Barbarians, and Sacred Order or whatever against Scarab King in Cursed City, then you might have a problem taking on Scarab King in Cursed City. Not if you've got Taragi. You're good. Regeneration set, Immortal Gear, enough accuracy to land these poisons on the passive. You just won the game, you know. Also places a decreased attack, which helps with survival into Clan Boss, Scarab, all of that good stuff as well on the A1. Yeah, Taragi is immense, and you'll probably just never regret building a Taragi the Frog. Moving on finally to the Sylvan Watchers, where we are a little bit spoiled for choice. It feels like it's one of the newer factions in the game. They've kind of, like, if you compare like the average Sylvan Watchers, even the rare champions in Sylvan Watchers, dude, you're talking like a gosh darn Ingrid, Not, is it Terlak? Oh no, it's Kate, right? Yeah, some people really put some respect on Kate as well. I know we're not talking about red champions right now in this video. Flannan is an absolute monster as well. But just like the overall power level of the Sylvan Watchers is like leaps and bounds ahead of the older factions, like Orcs or Bannerlords or whatever, you know. It's kind of funny, man, considering they have like far fewer champions. My pick, though, for the Sylvan Watchers, could it be anything other than Creodan? Could it be, really? Ornn is an incredible poisoner, can also be built to solo certain dungeons and stuff like that. But when it comes to just wave control, his damage is like okay, I actually thought he was an attack champion. Never mind, he's labeled as a support champion, which I think is correct. His damage is not that great. What he does bring is stupid utility for a non-void epic champion, right? Increased speed, 10 meter fill. Got that box covered, man, on the A3 on a 3-turn cooldown. Excellent. Also 3-turn cooldown. Attack all enemies 2 times. 65% chance of placing freeze debuff for 1 turn on the A2. Immense wave control, right? Wave's just not going to get to do anything if you've got to create in the team, right? He's an incredible babysitter champion. Also brings a triple hitter A1 with a 35% chance on hit of placing freeze debuff, so more control there. And of course, he is a specialist into hard mode Fire Knight, where you need this triple hitter A1 for taking that boss down. Yeah, some 10 meter fill on this passive as well. Stupidly good. He gets the crown. Did you agree with my picks, man? Did you disagree? Let me know down below in the comments, man. You probably feel like I'm just like, there's always like some champions that I didn't even honorable mention in the video that someone gets really annoyed about in the comments. Oh my god, man, how did you not mention How did you not mention Durang, bro? This guy's a monster, you know? We can't get to everybody, man. We can't get to everybody. Hey, hope you guys did enjoy, man. If you're looking to create a new raid account, make sure to get that done by using my beginner promo link, which is down below this video at the top of the description box. These have been my picks for the best epic champion, just overall net across every single faction inside of raid. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to catch all of you guys just a tad bit later, man.